Welcome to Real News Communications Network. I'm Trelvis Giles. I am from Dallas, Texas, born and raised. I'm 26 years old. I don't know why, but sometimes I forget that. But yeah, I am a producer here at Real News Communications Network. I started out at iHeartRadio, which I have a background in media. I believe I was there when it was like Clear Channel. So it was some years ago when I was at iHeart. The thing that attracted me to working in media is it started out when I was in high school. I went to North Mesquite High School, and we had a radio like broadcasting program at North Mesquite, and I was always super interested in wanting to get like involved into that. There was a gentleman, he came in and spoke to like my English class. I never forget it. And he came in, spoke to our English class, and gave us information about the radio station. I really only wanted to do it because you had to leave campus in order to get to the radio station. So that was one of the things that like drew me to it. It was like, oh, I could stop at like Whataburger or something before I like have to go to my next class. But yeah, he basically came in, told us about the program, and I really had a big interest for it. Also because I was interested in radio at the time. But I wasn't able to do the program because you had to have a car in order to get from the school to the radio station. So that wasn't in my cards at the time. So basically I wasn't able to do it in high school, but once I graduated, I still held that passion for radio and media. So that kind of just carried on once I graduated, and today here I am. Okay, so I met Josh Hart at iHeartRadio when I was working back as a promotions assistant for iHeartRadio. We met at an event one time. So I was a promotions assistant, of course, so I would go to events and set up. I was actually setting up for an event in front of like a phone store. And while I was setting up, a gentleman walked up to me. He had stringy hair, kind of taller dude, big dude. So I'm like, oh, what's going on, man? He spoke. And I told him, that I was setting up with the radio station. We're going to be out here giving away prizes. We'll have a radio personality named Josh Hart. He would actually be coming to the event to give out stuff and prizes. So he looked at me, he said, oh, okay, cool. He said, that's really cool, sounds fun. I'm Josh Hart, by the way, nice to meet you. So I was like super embarrassed. I was like, oh man, I apologize. I've never seen Josh Hart, never met him before. I had heard his name around the office, I think, but I had never actually like met him before. So that was my first time meeting Josh. And ever since then, man, we just like sparked up a friendship. He would actually help me, and he's actually the reason I credit him for me being in radio, because he actually helped me develop like air checks. I would come in on my days off, and we would like record. He would set me up in the studio. We would record, and I would just knock out air checks, and I would send them out to people. And like he really helped me do that, and I just really appreciate him for that. I can't thank him enough. Getting a job at Real News PR has been amazing, honestly, and that's I don't want to say no cap, but that's no cap. Like that basically means that's not fiction. That's all fact. It's been great. It's been a whirlwind experience. It's a lot of information that goes along with what we do here, but it's all fun. Like I actually I enjoy coming here every day, and that's what I look for with anything that I put my name to, anything that I'm attached to. You have to enjoy what you do. My grandma used to always say, if you don't like where you at, you're not gonna stay. So that's one of the things that I look for whenever I'm, searching for anything in life. Real News PR has been amazing to me. Like the people, I've never encountered such a positive working environment, such a positive office space. Everybody's been so helpful. It's just been like an amazing experience. I'm actually humbled to be like around here and have so many people that want to help. And I have a lot of like drive for this. So I'm really looking forward to like diving into it and learning everything that I can about it so that I can maybe one day train somebody else coming in. Because right now it's a lot of information, but I feel like I'm in a good position to where I can actually like get it and understand it. Everybody's been so positive, so friendly, so encouraging, so welcoming. I've shaken a lot of hands since I started at Real News PR. I'm not a germaphobe, but I have this thing with like shaking hands. But like a lot of people have like really like just welcomed me with open arms. Clientele has been amazing. I've actually like been exposed to new podcasts that I wasn't familiar with, like M2. He is such an entertaining guy. Like he's such an interesting figure to me. For some reason, M2, He is just, I don't know, something about him too is just really intriguing to me. He is really entertaining, but overall the clientele has been amazing, amazing. So I've had some really great trainers, man. Anna, shouts out to Anna, man, because she is so patient. I really appreciate her. She is like super woman, you understand me? Like she is just like amazing. Any kind of question that I have, Anna is always there to answer it. She's walked me through so much. Of course, Derek has been there too. I had a couple of like trips or mishaps. He was there to tell me, man, chin up. You know, it happens. You have to just bounce back, realize that it's a learning experience. Take it for what it is and just carry it on to your next session. Make sure that you learn from it and progress from it. Derek is amazing too. Matt, he's so like knowledgeable with everything that you ask Matt. If you have an issue, he's super good at troubleshooting. So anytime there's any kind of issue, I know straight, run for Matt. If Matt's not available, then anybody else is more than there to help. And I can only say I appreciate everything that they've done so far. Josh Hart. You can always count on Josh Hart to like give you a good dance, laugh, and joke. Like that's like the top 3 like Josh Hart qualities. Like he can walk into any room and just like, I don't know, take it over in a way. Josh has been amazing. He's always on top of his game with, you know, handling issues, scheduling, meetings, client interactions. Like he's there for it. So any kind of issue that you have, Josh has been Superman when it comes to like just making sure he's everywhere at all times, kind of with his hands and everything. Sarah as well. Sarah has been amazing too. She has like the most bubbly personality and positive energy. So I appreciate everything that I've encountered here since I've been here in my short time. So any advice to somebody that would like to get into the podcast game or podcast business, just be yourself. A lot of people get in front of the camera and they put on this act or this persona like they have to be somebody else. I think people relate to you more when you're authentic and you're just being you. So if I had any kind of advice to you, I would always say just be yourself. Make sure you always put the best foot forward production-wise. Like it's just, there's so many like small things that people overlook that you want to pay attention to. So just be yourself and make sure that you put the best product in front of the people. And we do that here at Real News PR. So incorporating video, that's a different element. The video, you want to make sure you have like really good equipment because you don't want to, like, people are entertained like by first like glimpses. So if they get a first glimpse of you and it's like really bad, if you put, I heard one time you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So you want that first impression to always be your best foot forward. Video basically takes you to that next level. It gives you that added exposure, it gives you that added element. So you always want to make sure that everything is covered as far as the lighting, the angles, the camera that you use, the equipment, the people behind the camera. You just want to make sure that everything is squared away. I mean, with Real News Communications Network, it's a family here. Once you are in this building, you are a part of that family. So that's the great thing about it. We're going to make sure that everyone who walks in and expects us to do a good job for them in their podcast, we not only meet their expectations, but we exceed their expectations as well. And that's what it's all about. That's what you can, that's all you can ask for in somebody that you're entrusting with your brand, your podcast, and your audience. At Real News Communications Network, they always make sure that you are put first. They always make sure of that. And whatever it is that you are trying to convey to your audience and for yourself, they always want to make sure that we put the utmost effort into making sure that we give you that opportunity. Some funny facts about me: I can't swim and I'm terrified of water, like big bodies of water. Oh my gosh, I am terrified of it. I cannot swim and I won't go near water or like water parks or anything like that. So that's one fun fact about me. So my favorite food would probably have to be macaroni and cheese. Like macaroni and cheese is like it's my favorite because it goes with everything. Like you can eat macaroni and cheese and like corn, you can eat macaroni and cheese and chicken, you can eat macaroni and cheese and like meatloaf. Like macaroni and cheese is like the universal dish, basically. My favorite color is probably green or red. No, not red, probably green or blue. I like green or blue. My favorite thing is music. I love music. Like I'm a big music head. I love hip hop. I love old school, like I guess you would describe it as old school soul, old school R&B, like Al Green, David Ruffin, Sam Cooke. I love like old school artists. I'm 26, so when I'm in my car, I play my music kind of loud, and people when I pull up to them, they always like are surprised that like Marvin Gaye is coming out my speakers. So like it's just I love music. I'm a big music fan. Oh man, I love music. Welcome to Real News Communications Network. I'm Trelvis Giles, producer here at Real News, and I can't wait to produce your show.